Okay, guys, I see many of you have joined. Can you guys see my screen? Hear me well? Can someone confirm?
Yes.
Okay, so I see most of you have joined. We can get started.
So Sohail, at the time of creating local network gateway, when I entered the address space, there is another option to add additional address space. What is it?
Let's not get into that. If we want to, let's say if we have active mode, local network gateway
Mhm.
you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me show it to you guys. So this is what you must be talking about, right? Let's see. You selected any resource group, right? You selected name. You selected my IP address here, public IP, and you selected my address space. Which one are you talking about? In advance? Where is it?
When we enter the address space, like there
Okay.
is another option to add like multiple address space. So what is
Oh,
it?
this one.
Yes. Like if you enter some, yeah,
Yeah. This one you're
additional.
talking
Yes.
about, right? You can
Yes.
do it with multiple also, but we are not getting into that. It's okay, leave it.
Okay. Okay.
In fact, even if you don't do it, sometimes it will work. वैसे भी if you check, this is not mandatory field. So is your local network ready? Local network gateway, is it ready?
No, I just deployed it. It's
Okay.
loading.
So I have to go to connection, guys. This thing we have already done. Add connection. This is not VNet to VNet. This is site to site. Okay. And this one I'm doing between Tsoft and UT-Kloud. I'm selecting my Tsoft, and here I'm selecting my network, the local network gateway, the one which I created now, and the one which has the configuration information of UT-Kloud's IP, UT-Kloud's public IP, and etc. Is it clear, guys? That where did I use that? The one which we created here, local network gateway जो हमने बनाया यहाँ पर, where did we use that?
Yes.
Yes.
Then we required a shared key. Now either you initiate it, share it with them, or they will initiate and share it with you. So I'm just putting 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Simple. It has to be 8 digit key, and sometimes they will create it and they will give it to you, or you create and you share it with them. It's up to you. Clear, guys? Still here?
Yes, sir.
Anyone has any doubt, any question till here, guys, before we proceed?
UT-Kloud is giving, we have to enter here, right?
Hmm.
The shared key.
Hmm.
If Muslim is initiating, so we have to type over here.
No, sorry, didn't get your question.
If Mustaqim is getting the shared key, is uh, taking the shared key, so we have to type here.
Right.
That
If Mustaqim initiated that and if he is giving me the shared key, I will type the
yes,
same one. It cannot be different. But in this case, I am initiating it, so I have shared my key with Mustaqim. He will do the same thing. And now I am not sure the protocol with that which one will work or which one will not work. But let's go ahead with differences. You can read from here, by the way. Again, you want to go with version 1, version 2, you can read the differences here. What is the difference? Okay, let's not get into that. But feel free to read it from wherever. Whoever wants extra information, just come here, click on learn, and you will get a lot of information here. So are you ready, Mustaqim? Are you here till this page?
Yes, Sohail. I'm on same page.
Okay. So here we are gonna use let's use version 2. We're not using any BGP border gateway protocol or private IP. Let it be. Just click next. NAT ruling, we are not doing anything, and let's click on create. And before I hit create, let me quickly check if machines is still pinging you, or if I do have access to that machine. So okay, it is trying to ping, but it is not pinging. Okay, can you see? I hope your machine is on, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so now I'm gonna create it, and you also create it at your end. If it doesn't work, maybe in next session I'll do both the things at my screen and will be able to achieve it, because it might happen somewhere यहाँ वहाँ कहीं पर चूक गया, we are saying it and still वो हो जाता है. So let's wait for some time while this is being created, and if you guys have any questions, let me know. So once this connection is established, guys, it should start pinging at both end. Once this is created, and at both end, if I see it connected, everything is fine, then I should be able to connect to other machine, and it has already started. Can you guys see?
Yes, Soil.
What about at your end?
Yeah,
again?
it's pinging.
It's pinging. Could you please share your screen and show it to us once? I'm stopping my screen. Can you
Okay.
please share your screen?
Can you see it?
Yes. Look at this, guys. Initially it was doing request timeout, and now it has started pinging each other. Now we practiced it only on one machine, but now this is a huge practical. You can stop sharing your machine, Mr. Game. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you
Okay.
very much for your support here. If
No
I would have
worries.
done both of these, it would have taken a lot of time. More than time, what happens if I do it on one screen? It confuses you. कि मैं कहाँ से कहाँ पर जा रहा हूँ, कहाँ switch कर रहा हूँ. It confuses a lot. This is the reason I asked you to do it at your end. Okay, so guys, look at this. ये बहुत ही छोटा practical दिखता है आपको कि यार ठीक है, एक machine इससे बात कर रही है ना, that's it. No, but this is very huge connection. If you are able to do this and if you are able to explain it, this is huge thing which you have achieved. You are able to connect AWS. I can show it to you connecting AWS and Azure. You do the Azure part, I'll do the AWS part. So you will be sure. At the end, what I have to give you my public IP and this number, address space, public IP, and this secret number. 8 digit it has to be minimum. These three things. उसके अलावा मैं अपने AWS पे क्या क्या steps कर रहा हूँ, you don't have to worry. Do I have a gateway subnet? Do I have client subnet? Do I have VNet वगैरह इस तरह की कोई चीजें होती है, you don't have to worry about it. You need to ask me public IP, your public IP, your address space and key. ये information आपके पास मिल गई. You have to perform the same steps on your Azure portal. And the other person is also going to ask these information. वो उसको कहाँ पे insert करता है, you don't have to worry about it. Similarly, वो कहाँ से वो information आपको ला कर देता है, you don't have to worry about it. AWS में अलग options होंगे, GCP में अलग होगा, on-prem में काफी अलग होता है. This is literally वहाँ पे एक Windows server spin करना होता है, एक router लगाना होता है. It's a whole together a different process. But you will not be questioned on that. You will not be expected to work on that. Remember one thing, guys, you are not the Superman of your team. आप हर चीज नहीं करने वाले. इनफैक्ट इतने बड़े प्रैक्टिकल में यू विल हैव अ टीम ऑफ 3 to 4 members. इसमें sorry, इसमें से maybe you will create virtual network gateway, someone else will create local network gateway, someone else will create virtual network, one person will create gateway, other person will start creating machines. This is how you guys work. Oh, and some third person will start creating this connection. So it's not expected from you to know everything or you to do everything, but concept clear hona chahiye. You cannot say that I know how to create virtual network, I'm going to create only virtual network. You ask someone else. Maybe today you are creating virtual network, tomorrow you'll be creating virtual network gateway. Day after tomorrow you'll be creating local network gateway. That could be possibilities. Okay, so this is how you do it, and once you achieve this, thousands of machine based on your network connectivity will be they will start migration, sending data, receiving data, each other taking remote of each other's machine. So this is a huge thing. Looks very small, lab environment mein bahut small, but if you are able to achieve this, if you can do this for company, it's a huge thing. They're definitely paying you for this. So do you guys have any doubts, any questions, anything?
This
No
VPN is
doubts.
also called as a policy configuration, policy based.
Sorry, what was that?
The VPN connection is also called as a policy based configuration. Is it right?
Which one are we talking? This connection you're talking about?
Previously, you said that the question is
Policy
important
and
for
refine. Right. See, when I was doing,
difference.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure if we saw that option or not, but while doing it, you do get an option that do you want to do it policy based or do you want to do it as, I think this option was there, or route based. So if you want to, the one which we have done, it is our route based. The question might come, okay, what is the difference between policy based and route based? VPN type जब आप select कर रहे होते हैं ना, वहां पर एक आता है. So when you select route based, जो future subnets भी इसमें connect हो गया ना, whichever virtual network I have connected, future subnets and Mustaqim के future subnets, they will be able to talk to each other. Tsoft and UT-Kloud. Future subnets which we are going to create in this VNet, they will talk to each other by default. Got it? When you do it route based.
Yes.
When you do it policy based, you will have to add them manually. तो बस इतना ही डिफरेंस है, इसको याद कर लो आप. ऑटोमेटिकली राउट बेस जो है अपकमिंग सारे सबनेट्स को ऑटोमेटिकली कनेक्ट कर देगा एक दूसरे से. कौन से सबनेट्स? दिस वन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट गाइस. नाउ लुक एट दिस. दिस इज माय VNet. आई क्रिएटेड वन सबनेट जिसमें 4 मशीन बना दी. ही क्रिएटेड one subnet जिसमें 4 मशीन बना दी. Then we had to create one subnet, gateway subnet. I had to create one gateway subnet. Does it mean मेरा VNet पूरा ओवर हो चुका है? In my VNet I had 65,000 IP addresses. So there is a scope that in future I may have another vendor subnet 2, dev subnet, practical subnet, subnet 1. I can have multiple subnets here, right? And similarly you will have multiple subnets. So if I go ahead and select route base at the time of connection, so all future subnets and their machines will talk to them each other by default. But if I do it policy based, I will have to make some changes. This is the only difference you have to remember. By the way, SKU which we see there, वो 1 2 3 उसका full form है stock keeping unit. No one asked that, but if they, in case they ask, कोई आज तक मैंने नहीं सुना है. They ask you to explain what is SKU, but no one will ask full form. Yes guys, any other questions you have? यहाँ पर बहुत डिटेल में मैंने दे रखा है पूरा, in detail, in depth I have mentioned it. But this is based on old one, तो इसमें कुछ steps missing हो गए, but I have already covered them today in our training. So watch the video, watch the recording and try to do it. This is based on the old one. यहाँ पे मुझको already local network gateway बनाने का option मिल जाता था. I didn't have to do it separately. But today we had to create one. But the concept is still same. कुछ options यहाँ वहाँ हुए हैं, but now you guys have it in recording. What Mustaqim was doing at his end, you didn't have to say it because he was doing the same steps. So when you two guys are working, let's say if I ask you two to work, let's just examples I'm giving you guys, okay? Not asking you two to work together. Maybe you guys can work in your same subscription, अलग अलग पूरा VNet सब अलग बना लो and pretend that you are in different subscription, but वो थोड़ा सा confusing होगा और I'm not sure कि आप दो ये बना पाओगे एक subscription पे, आपका limit कितना है. I don't know that. I may ask that, for example, from here, anyone from this one, let's say from this subscription, from Ramiz's subscription, Virta can work from here, and from this subscription, Zareen's subscription, Zareen can work from here. Mustaqim, I am not assigning you with anyone. You have already experienced it now. So we can give others to do this, right? So from here, let's say Zareen will work from this subscription and Virta will work from this subscription. Now Virta, you can divide some work. Maybe you can ask Ramesh to create virtual network for you. You can ask one of them to create virtual network gateway for you. You create connection. You can work in this manner, guys, or you can work individually, that one on one. For like from here Virta will work, from here Zareen will work, and Virta will create everything, virtual network gateway and everything, all these components, machine and etc. Ping karke dekho, delete it, leave it. Just send a screenshot that you did it and delete it, and I will consider that this is done for both of you. And once it is delete, maybe next person, maybe from here Ajas from here, and Zoe from here. You two guys can work with each other. I'm just taking random names, guys. Either you decide with each other, or I will assign it for you if you guys want. It's up to you. I'm leaving it up to you. This is not school. You all are matured. Feel free to connect with each other. Do it via group. That's more preferable, because in last batch and this batch also I had some complaints, people pinging each other. Don't do that. Do it in a group. I'm happy to take messages. I'm happy to see them. Right? And if you don't want to do it, I will do it. I will just assign people with each other, and I think that should be a good idea. So however you want to do it, do it. And if you think, guys, it's not even necessary to do it, if you think that you will be able to achieve it just by watching recording and making your notes, I'm happy with that also. You should be able to answer some questions in your interview. That's all the requirement is. So I leave it up to you guys. I will make some groups, but it's again, I leave it up to you guys. You want to practice. If you don't want to do it, it's okay, don't do it. It's up to you. And let's say if I assign someone, let's say if I'm assigning Nazneen with Shweta, and Shweta says I don't want to practice, so Nazneen, you let me know, I will assign you someone else, right? And this is how you guys can practice. So any questions do you guys have? Any technical questions or any process related questions now, as we have some time in this session, so you can ask questions or we
Yes.
can stop.
Hello.
Yes, Rayan.
So we are doing only for network to network, right? So if we have two virtual networks, so can we can do that also?
As in two virtual network?
Like we are connecting one virtual network to other virtual network, right? So if we have two virtual networks,
So you want to connect two virtual networks? Okay.
yes.
Is
If
this you're saying that in same
yeah, if we
subscription, what two virtual networks? Is that you're saying?
yes, like in one
So you'll go
company
for
we have
VNet
one.
pairing.
No. If we have one in one company, we have one virtual network, and we have another virtual network, and that also we need to connect with others.
Okay,
Like
you
company.
tell me based on whatever we have learned till now, you tell me what comes to your mind. I got your question. Okay, I
Yeah.
got your question.
So
Let
we
me,
can.
yes, tell me.
So we will connect one virtual within the same uh, tenant. We can connect peering by peering, and then we can.
Perfect. Yes, you can do the pairing, but in this pairing, you'll have to make sure that forwarded traffic cop allow karo. I mean, no matter how many virtual networks you have, you don't have to do it individually for everyone. I got your question, but what you'll have to do, you answered it correctly. Though jargons and everything were not perfect, but you answered it correctly. This is what you're talking about, right? So you don't have to do it on
Yes.
every virtual network. You do it from one virtual network to another. It could be anything on premises, AWS, Azure, anything, and you connect the rest of the virtual network to this virtual network. So by default, everything is connected here. This is what you are asking, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but few more steps are there. Like you'll have to define a user defined route. Those are very small steps. We are gonna see that later. But I got your question, and I hope you got your answer also. You don't have to do it individually. हर एक पे जाके अलग अलग आपको virtual network gateway की जरूरत नहीं होगी. Similarly, इस कंपनी में भी तो मल्टीपल नेटवर्क हो गए, वो आपको हर बार एंटरटेन नहीं करेगा. यू विल कनेक्ट वन नेटवर्क, मोस्ट प्रोबेबली जो सबसे ज्यादा जरूरत होने वाला है वो लेटर ऑन. अगर कोई बिजनेस रिक्वायरमेंट आती है कि सारे नेटवर्क को सारे नेटवर्क से कनेक्ट करना है, वैसे ऐसे होता नहीं है कभी. मे बी टू एप्लीकेशंस आर टॉकिंग टू ईच अदर, उतना ही रिक्वायरमेंट होता है. यू डू दैट इवन इफ देयर इज रिक्वायरमेंट. So you'll connect your virtual network with each other using VNet pairing. Yes, guys. Any other questions? If no questions, I'll stop the session. I'll share some questions in this OneNote. I will give the homework. It may take some time. I'll have to think through it कि किस तरह से आपको task दिया जाए. Do you want anything from this? The OneNote you already have. We did not. Yeah, this diagram, I thought I will draw this diagram for you to explain it to you, but then I thought this is more useful. So do you guys need any screenshot of any one of this? Because this is not shared with you.
Yes, please share it.
Yes, well, the screenshot of this.
Screenshot of, okay, the VNet wala. ठीक है, हाँ, you can utilize the same IP etc. वो सब आप वहां से utilize कर सकते हो. This one you want, right? Yes guys, this is the one you
Yes.
want.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes.
Fine. I'll share the screenshots right away in WhatsApp group. This one also I'll share. It's the same thing. दोनों को compare कर लेना, whichever you find easy. Work on that. I'll put questions in WhatsApp group, but those are just for reference. Actually, I put here. So make sure you come here and go through these questions, guys. I told you that I have promised that you guys will be able to crack the interview for a job which offers 15 to 16 LPA, but it's not one-sided. It cannot be one-sided, provided you are through with these questions. Now, trust me, after this, I'll just teach you migration, though we are going to learn storage, but I'm just telling you that if I teach you migration after this, and if you give your 100% that you're thorough with these questions, today's questions and migration, you guys are still ready to crack interviews. Because I can show you many questions with company's name. Here, if I go with question bank, and if you go ahead and read here, look at this, what questions they're asking. Azure Bastion, Azure VPN Gateway, AD. Can you add virtual network machine? Do I need AD Connect tools? This is something we have to discuss. How will you troubleshoot RDP? I have told you guys to go there and start working on them. If you start reading from here, from HCL, from Exaware, you will see कि इसमें से आधे questions हम already cover कर चुके हैं. Read all of these questions. See, they are about virtual network. With regarding to the application gateway, this is we are yet to cover. But if you check this, we have completed many questions. Look at this one, as, PAS, SAS, we have covered this already, right? So make sure guys, you start reading whatever I have mentioned over there. You start reading it and then you're already ready for your interviews. We just have to cover migration topic and you can start giving interviews. But provided you do read. If you're not reading it, after these many sessions, if you say you don't know answers to these questions, then it's not up to me, guys. I am giving my 100%. You'll have to put your efforts also. All these tasks which I have assigned you to do, don't think that you do not have any work. If I have assigned you this task and if you're done with this one, you have whole week. Make sure you go ahead and do this, redo this. You will get new errors, you'll get new learnings, you will get new experiences. Right, read these questions, come up with your own answers or whatever answers I've given you. Search those answers here, but start preparing for these guys. So if you guys do not have any questions, I'm gonna put a homework here, though I will put it in WhatsApp also, but it's always good idea to come here and check. It's shared with you, it is in WhatsApp group. You come here, look for Azure final doc and look for this page, Azure, August 2023 batch questionnaire. Look for this page. Here you'll get your task and your question. Sometimes it happens WhatsApp पे भेज देने के बाद I realize कि यार गलती से मैंने कुछ गलत लिख दिया. For example, यहाँ पर 16 लिख दिया, यहाँ पर 19 लिख दिया. You guys will get confused. So what I do, I'll come and I'll correct myself here. So you will always have a corrected version in front of you. So I encourage you to use this OneNote. And if you remember, if you don't remember steps, you can always go back in the same notepad and you can look for those steps. Here they are. Okay guys, I'm stopping the session. See you guys next week. I'll put some questions and tasks. Feel free to do them. Send the screenshot, delete them immediately. The immediate thing which I'm going to do now, the moment I disconnect this call, I'll start deleting these resource groups and everything, because virtual network gateway बहुत ज्यादा ये जो है आपका amount ये करता है, consume करता है, and the Bastion also, right? So do not forget to delete Bastion also. Just send me the screenshot and leave it. Even if it is incorrect, I will check what is there, but do not keep it. That I thought you will check, hence I've kept it. Don't do that, guys. Immediately delete it. And unless you delete, others will not be able to practice. So please practice it and delete it. Okay, guys, see you next week then.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.